So go on over to mtv2.com, and look who I have here to help me give you the rundown. 2/6 of Linkin Park, Mike and Brad.
You know, if you
1/3 of Linkin Park, exactly. If you boil it down.
Break it down.
But the reason we have you guys here is because you did great in this game the last time we played, and you finished like 12th in the nation.
And nobody knew, because we we just kind of heard the word about the game from friends, and decided to sign up under aliases. And Brad ended up in on 25th position, and I think I ended up somewhere between 15th and 10th.
So basically, we didn't win.
We didn't win.
But that's
we wanted to win, though.
But that's incredible.
We're not bitter about it.
So what are some tips you can give to the viewers at home?
I think it's really important. Am I supposed to be?
You can talk to me. You can talk to me to make it more realistic. Come on, Brad. I'll listen to you. How do you win at this game?
Well, it's actually really important to strategize. I think we kind of caught on right away to one strategy that worked, but there are a number of strategies. And I think the most important thing to do is to read the rules, because it kind of sets up how you're awarded points each week. And what we were doing was actually looking for bands that we thought would increase in point levels each week based on the fact that either they had an album coming out or that their video was put into rotation on different MTV shows. And by doing this every week, we kind of wound up always consistently finishing in the top 25.
Yeah, some people I think another strategy that was going around was you'd buy artists that you thought were just strong artists overall, not that they necessarily had anything going on. Like an artist, I think last year we were in that lower middle percentile,
right?
Because we didn't have anything going on. We were in the studio while we were playing the game. We're in the studio, so we knew that we didn't have anything going on, so we didn't buy ourselves. Because we weren't doing anything. We were buying artists that were doing things, like that had albums coming out or whatever. And some of my other friends were like, no, I'm gonna buy Linkin Park. I'm gonna buy you guys. And we beat them because Linkin Park didn't have anything going on.
Right.
So it might be good to try and to buy artists that have things that are happening, have some hype, that have a video coming out, have an album coming out, things like that.
Action is the key to this. And if you would, let us watch the Coldplay portfolio right now. The Scientist. We are back with Brad and Mike from Linkin Park, and we're talking about the online game Fantasy Music Tycoon, which you can play over at mtv2.com. Here's the deal: you get $150 million of fake money, and then you can buy, I think the minimum is 5 artists, and then the most you can buy is 8 artists. And your success is based on their success, or I should say, your success is based on their success, but you guys play, so it could go either way. Let's talk about the big money bands in this: Mariah Carey, Eminem, Ja Rule, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Linkin Park. And I think you guys are going for like $50 million. You worth it?
I don't know if we're worth it, but obviously we're really happy to be in the big bloated category, right? But I mean, that's the type of thing where you've got to be careful about buying an artist like that, because it is so expensive. You're putting a lot of eggs in one basket.
To give a little hint, I think actually we did really well last year, maximizing points by trying to buy the most artists possible. So it's not necessarily the best decision to buy the most expensive artists, but try to look for maybe more inexpensive artists that you think have some potential to grow.
Because that was my next question, the little bands. A lot of people, they overlook the little bands, but those can get you points along the way.
It's all about your hand, you know what I mean? Who you pick and how they match up with one another and how they perform together.
Because everyone you can buy and sell at will throughout the game. And right now we have one of those bloated artists, Eminem. He's $50 million. Here's Lose Yourself. I've been hanging out with Linkin Park, and we're discussing the Fantasy Music Tycoon game, and I feel like we should be wearing suits.
Or maybe have laptops at least.
Laptops and briefcases, bottled water.
Frappuccinos.
Right. And you guys, very successful last time we played this game. You guys were in the top percentile. So, and we said it's all about bands releasing new albums because they chart quicker and you get more points.
Exactly, and I think it's really important to choose bands that you think are going to do well. It's almost as if you're a music industry tycoon, so to speak. So you should pick bands that you think are going to do well, not necessarily bands that you like. And that's what's kind of interesting about it. I think people are used to just choosing artists that they want to listen to, but that's really not the point of the game.
So when you guys play, did you ever have to bite your lip and be like, oh, all right, I have to pick this band.
Yeah, but I won't say who.
Okay. But bands that have albums coming out, like Jane's Addiction and Dashboard Confessional, if you had to pick between those, who would you pick?
Well, Jane's Addiction's single's doing really well right now, so I think they have a good chance of having a really strong release when their album comes out. I think there's a lot of anticipation for that, so I think Jane's Addiction could be a good pick.
Mike, Lil Bow Wow or Chingy?
I'd say that, like based on last year's, what we were doing last year, I'd say that whoever had a lot of things going on with the video and how their videos were performing. Like right now, I know that Chingy's video is doing really well. So at this moment, I'd probably pick Chingy.
Okay, but that could all change.
Yeah, if Bow Wow's video just came out really strong and just blew everybody away, then he would be the one to pick.
Guys, very insightful tips. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks
and
for
right now we
having
have your video.
Awesome.
Would you like to introduce it?
This is the newest single from the band called Linkin Park, and the video is called Faint.